Yes. Still dancing to the music. I love it.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. What is up? Hi, guys.
Hello there.
Look at all our regulars already in the comments. We got TK. We got Mama J. We got Studio Sweet Tea. We got Andy. We got Mo. I see Lisa Marie. Kate. Jess is on. Oh, my God.
Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of the Maker Meetup. We are so stoked. Before we begin, we're just going to give you guys a little rundown of our names, just in case it's your first time here. My name is Kelly, and this is,
Hi, guys. I'm Annie from Annie's Art Studio, and this is...
Hi, guys. I'm Haley Nolan from Artist Haley Nolan.
And you guys might be seeing, we are missing one of our hosts tonight, Ronnie Langley. She's actually with family tonight, but she sends her love, and she will be watching this later on. So send some nice comments out to her. But let's kind of get started, guys. So thank you so much for joining us tonight and for all of the love you have shown us. The Maker Meetup community this season, it has just been full of fun. So thank you guys. And we have been having such a good time with our amazing guests these last 2 episodes and now this episode. So without further ado, I would love to introduce to you guys our guests. So stinking excited.
Hi, guys.
Hello there.
Hey.
So I'm going to give you guys a little rundown who these amazing guys are. So, and by the way, the fangirling, I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum tonight, but please bear with me. So I'm so excited to introduce to you our special guests, the Crafty Lumberjacks, aka Dennis and Andrew. They are flannel-loving bloggers and experts in all things DIY, especially holiday decor. I mean, they're like the Christmas kings, so I love it. So they've appeared on GMA, Live with Kelly and Ryan, the Drew Barrymore Show, The Chew, the Rachel Ray Show, and can even be seen regularly on the HPTV Handmade YouTube channel, Getting Crafty with their cat, Teddy Kruger. So guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. We're so excited. It's always incredible to speak to other makers and everybody watching. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes.
So stoked. So guys, tonight we are going to be asking you some questions. So we have a list of questions that we are really pumped to hear your responses. And also everyone listening right now, type in questions in the comments. We would love to answer all of your questions that you have for Dennis and Andrew. Yeah, we're freaking stoked.
Oh, I'm so excited. I didn't even see your kitty in the background.
Wait,
yes,
kitty.
That's our cat, Teddy Kruger.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So we have 3 special guests. I thought we were just getting 2.
We got a bonus today.
Yes.
Awesome. I love this. So to kind of just start us off, I would love to know a little bit more about you both and, you know, where you were able or where you started out and how you were able to transition from acting into fabulous professional crafters.
Let's start.
Okay, I'll start. Well, I'm Andrew.
I'm Dennis.
Yes. We met on the national tour of Fiddler on the Roof about 10 years ago, and we both grew up with parents who did crafts and DIYs at home. My dad did a lot of like carpentry at home, and my mom was a knitter and a sewer. So I would always just kind of gravitate towards that type of stuff. And Dennis had kind of the same upbringing, right?
Yeah, my mom was a quilter, and she was actually a crafter as well. And she would sell her crafts at markets on the weekends. And when I was like 7 years old, I would go, I was her little helper. And then I actually started making my own stuff to sell along with her. Very little easy stuff, ribbon dancers, bouncing spoons, you know, to make some extra cash for my candy money, you know? Yeah. And my dad also, my dad was a carpenter as well.
Yeah. And then, yeah, on tour, we started like our showmans, and then we actually started doing little crafts for like the cast members and the crew members. We were on tour for 2 years traveling the country. So it was just this big family. And when you're celebrating certain holidays together, you know, you want to make them special. You're in hotel room after hotel room. So we would like these goodie bags. We would like travel.
Little parties.
Yeah, I was gonna say we would like travel like hours to look for like a Michael's like in the middle of Texas to find like, you know, pipe cleaners for like reindeer like
antlers. Yes, that's right.
So after tour, a lot of people are like, you should start a blog. You're moving in together. You should really start a blog. We would love to keep in touch with you that way. And that's how it kind of really got started. And all those people who said they really wanted to follow us, like never ever did. But we really got this nice community going on Instagram.
Yeah,
and that's
amazing.
Yeah, that's how it happened. And Crafty Lumberjacks, the name, it's so random. It came like one day, this is 10 years ago, when the metrosexual and the lumbersexual were like trending and things like that, or maybe even
yes.
I think it was right before, because I think right after I was like, oh God.
Yes, and we were basically catcalled on the street. Somebody was calling us lumberjacks. We saw him like 4 times in the course of one day. Yeah. And Andrew and I were trying to come up with a blog name because we were doing Blogspot, and like you have to pick a name. So we were like, I don't know. And we remembered that moment with this man calling after us, lumberjacks, because on Fiddler on the Roof, we had to have these long beards. The one rule was you cannot shave.
Oh my gosh.
Just randomly pick this name, and now no one knows what we do. They're like, "Are lumberjacks? What do these guys do?" A catchy little name.
I love it.
I love it. TK in the comments was saying like it seems like your Instagram, your name, and all of it just happens so organically for you guys.
I know we're very lucky.
Yeah, we are.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, I love your logo. Did you guys come up with that, or
actually
how did that all happen? I love it.
It was actually drawn by my friend Derek as well. Not your friend, but same name.
Apparently, Derek's are all just very creative with their digitals, you know?
Yes, we love the logo. Sometimes we joke that we kind of look like Cheech and Chong.
Yes.
You know? But that's okay. We're fine to be the Cheech and Chong of the craft world. We're okay.
Yes.
There you go. Gotta own it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That is so amazing. And by the way, so kind of like with the whole crafting or the whole acting world and the crafting world, do you guys think that the acting has helped you with your social media presence to kind of be more comfortable on and off the camera?
Oh, absolutely. I have a few degrees in theater. So, and when I was getting my college degrees, you have to do it all. You can't just be an actor. You have to make the costumes. You have to make the props. You have to build the scenery, because they want to put all the kids to work, of course. Yeah. So I think during my college years, I really became a very well-rounded artist in a sense, where I actually found a love of making, creating, even continuing from my childhood. But, I had to spend, 5 years mastering that,
Yeah. And I went to school for elementary education. So it was a lot of arts and crafts. And I felt very comfortable talking in front of groups of people, usually younger. Yeah, I feel like younger is usually easier. But I will say that being in like theater has really helped us just with feeling more comfortable on camera or just talking. But, it's always still a little uncomfortable, and we still get the jitters.
Very nervous. Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I still get like sweaty before these. I'm like, oh man, okay.
Yeah, of course.
It's normal. It means we care. You know what?
Yes, those are all. We recently were on GMA with our niece and nephew, who are now 7 and 10 almost.
Yeah, almost 7 and 10. Yeah.
Yes, and they had their first national television debut, and they were incredible. But they were so nervous, and we were like, "That's good. That's good." Like, because if you're here, you're present. It's going to happen, and you're ready to go.
Yes, exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Also. Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something, Ani?
I was going to say that, how you guys are saying, because you guys acted before, we talk about it with all our maker community, how important it is to put our personalities on our pages as well as our arts, because people like to know who you are. But, I have a film background. So it's like, sometimes filming and putting yourself in front of the camera is kind of putting on a show. You know what I mean? So it's like you guys have that background, and I'm sure like it worked so well because you basically put on a show when you're doing all of your videos and all these things. So that's just incredible.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and Annie, we were kind of talking right before we went live just about like things that go viral and don't. And we always notice that like when we're on camera, things always do better. And it's a lot more work to get on camera. It's a lot more work to show your face and talk, but it does so much better than just showing a project or like and your hands. You know?
Because at this point we've all seen it. We've seen it all, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really important to see the person who is behind the camera, who's creating, who's making, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's such great advice, and that's something that I need to work on because me, like, I'm always just like, okay, everyone knows my hands and my background, but does everyone know my face? Probably not. So that's something that I want to work on, and your feed totally inspires me to do that, and I love it.
Well, you know, Kelly, you'll get more comfortable. We were going to say, you know, the more you kind of do these things and put yourself out there and you're vulnerable and just doing your thing, the more you'll get comfortable. You know, so taking and going for it, you know?
Yes, and I will say it's so much easier for us. We can throw a hat on. I know we were watching your story before. You're like, well, I did my hair. I did my makeup.
Looking gorgeous.
But like sometimes I feel like we're like, okay, where are we going to stand? We have to stand in like a place in our apartment that doesn't have a mess behind it. And we're like moving all our crap all over the place just to get like one shot. But then sometimes we'll hold the phone and just like do something on the fly, and it'll do so much better than something that feels more curated. It's like, I look like a mess, people is showing, you know, but people like that. They kind of like just like that, like realness. Yeah.
It's 100%. So nice that you guys have each other though. Like from someone that like, I started YouTubing at the beginning. So it would just be me in my studio and my camera. And I used to feel so dumb by myself, joking and laughing and just being funny and silly by myself. So it's like I used to pretend that my camera is like a person and I'm talking to them, but it must be so nice to have each other while filming and creating all of this content. It must be like so amazing to feed off of each other.
It really is. We're very lucky in that way. We're even because like, you know, when you're alone, you kind of can, your mind can take over in a sense, you know, and it's nice that we have each other to either pick up if someone gets lost or to just have that kind of banter that we go through every day. You know, it's captivating to people.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally.
Kate said,
I
Kate said that she says, I'm always not sure. She's not sure what to do with her hands. And I feel like we talk about this in every episode. People don't know what to do with their hands while they're like filming or doing the story or like, you know, if like your phone is like on a little holder or whatever. What do you do with your hands?
It depends on if your nails look good. If we have a manicure, we'll show them. If not, it's like hide them. Keep them down.
Yes. You know, that's such a theater thing as well. I feel like it's such like when you're in a show too, it's like, what am I doing with my hands? Like what feels natural? It's just all around. Your hands like sometimes feel so unnatural and then you start thinking about them and then they become more unnatural.
Exactly.
You're like, do I cup them? Like, I don't know.
Oh gosh, like
I move them. I'm always doing this number.
Oh my gosh.
It feels
my hand goes on my hip. My rule, my friend Sarah taught me. She's a theater major too. Always tells me, you don't know what to do with your hand. You take that hand and you put it on your hip.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Like this. So it's like you just tip it. That's it.
I always find my hands get like glued to my face. Like all of a sudden, like I'll just be talking and I'm like, why? Like this doesn't happen in real life.
Oh my God. But all of these things are things that you learn as you're aware of it, which I think is so important, just being self-aware, you know, and kind of recognizing these things and saying, wait, what is happening? Just kind of letting go and doing what feels natural, you know, but I think it's good to be aware of that, you know. I used to be like pose for pictures with the same pose, same smile, and I would get like 40 pictures that I look ridiculous. And then just recently somebody was like, you have to change it up. You have to this, that. And I was like, how did I never think of this?
Right.
Yeah.
As if we didn't watch Top Model.
I know, right?
You know.
Oh my God, America's Next Top Model. I was addicted.
I was addicted too. And audience, for people in the audience, guys, as usual, you guys know that we are giving away some goodies at the end of this episode. And we always pick one of our favorites who asks an awesome question to our guests. So let's get those questions rolling so that we can ask our awesome guest questions and for you guys to get to know them and for one of y'all to win some resin.
Yes.
Definitely. And to kind of kick off the questions, I'm going to ask another one to you guys. So speaking of being comfortable on and off camera, your content really gives your audience a glimpse into your personality, which is so fantastic. From your lives, photos, craft tutorials that actually tell a story. So you engage and uplift your followers to a whole new level. What are some ways viewers can successfully incorporate their personalities into their business and content?
Oh gosh.
Well,
that was a lot of words.
Yes, no. It's so hard because we're constantly seeing other people, so we're constantly already just judging ourselves based on everybody else, and you're saying, I want to be like that, or I'm not as good as this person, or, so I think it's like, again, kind of like just letting go of that and kind of trusting yourself and who you are and, just being confident in that kind of helps. And also, again, Kelly, kind of saying like, the more you do it, the more you'll get comfortable. Like just putting yourself out there, just go for it. Start with stories on Instagram, start small, just maybe 5 seconds. Hey, what's up? And then just the more you do it, the more it will feel natural and easy, but we still struggle with that. We don't really watch anything now because we're just so in our heads about everything. Why did I wear that? Why am I smiling like that? What am I doing? So we still struggle with that now,
Yeah, it is hard. It does feel like it's something you have to really do now to just really solidify your brand or your channel or whatever you're doing. And I do think, don't put any pressure on it. I always gravitate towards stories with people just rambling on, the most natural people. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm watching, but I've just watched like 14 slides about
Haley.
Yeah.
That's Haley over here. She's totally like that.
Yeah.
A ramble? I know. I will talk about like art, and I'll end at like bananas and how I buy them so that I have ripe ones, not ripe ones, green ones, whatever. People watch it, and it's like,
I'm queen of rambling on my YouTube. Like I will talk your ear off about the process and tell you every single little thing, and I just go and go and go and go and go. Like but it just comes out of me, just who I am.
It shows you who we are. I love it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then I know we're like switching topics, but I saw a really good question from Kate Creates. She said, what do you do when you guys disagree on a project you're working on?
Oh, man.
Let's start the drama. Just kidding.
It's confusing because we've never disagreed before, so it's fair. Now, I was going to say, we were saying how great it is to have each other to like bounce off each other, but it also does bring up a lot of issues working with someone else. We will both have strong ideas of what we think the project should be. And sometimes we spend a lot of time really just trying to figure out how to like figure out like the media, like what we're going to like agree on.
Yes.
And, after 10 years of being together, we still haven't truly figured out what works every time,
Right. Yeah, but we always make it work. I think, even still 10 years later, we'll still find our strengths, our weaknesses, and still kind of figuring out which works best. Andrew's so great at kind of staging and kind of picking out color and that type of stuff. And I'm the like, we got a deadline, honey. You got to get this done. We kind of try to lean into those things that we know we're good at and kind of just let the person do the thing.
Yeah,
Lindsay's asking, how often does it really come down to rock, paper, scissors, though, when you guys can't decide on something?
I don't think we've ever tried rock, paper, scissors. I think we need to. I think that's a great. I'm going to write that down.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
I know that you guys have done so many different projects, and there's so many varieties that I see on your page all the time. Kate Wilkins asked, what is your favorite project you've done so far?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of like all our projects are our little babies. So we really do love anything that we ever make or put out there. We're so proud of just this life that has been presented to us. But I think our favorite has been our Halloween trees. We've been doing Halloween trees for the last 4 years now.
Yeah. So if you don't know what a Halloween tree, it's basically a Christmas tree, but with a Halloween theme. So we usually start putting it up in September, and it stays till Halloween, and then we take
Yeah.
it down and put it like a Christmas tree up.
Yes, and what's really nice about it is that we can really let our creativity take over and just kind of push boundaries that we, not necessarily always try to push.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's such a weird concept anyway, like why not? And that's something we love about Halloween in general. Just like you can really do anything you want for Halloween and it will fly. So that's something we always like. And it's like 10 projects in one tree.
Yes, because we're creating experiments and doing one year we even painted our lights purple with a Sharpie because we needed like purple lights. So every light on our Halloween tree, we painted every light with a Sharpie.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then we were
That
like,
is
why
dedication.
didn't we buy purple lights? Why didn't we buy purple lights?
A quick little Amazon search because it's good content.
Yes,
That's
it's
why.
wait,
Like,
why did we do this?
Oh my gosh.
It's so much fun.
Have
Like, everything and everything goes. You can do whatever you want.
Yes. Yeah.
And you guys, I've even seen you do some stuff with resin. What have you done with resin? I know a lot of our watchers and viewers here are big resin artists. I'm sure they love to hear it.
Yes. Actually, I was going to say something we haven't done for our trees is something with resin. We don't work too much with resin just because of our space. We live in a 1-bedroom apartment in Queens. So we have a cat as well. So sometimes we're a little nervous about perfumes, but it's just also like having something in one place where we're not going to like knock it over. Like when when it's like drying or setting.
Yes. But of course we've done keychains.
Yes.
And recently we work for HGTV. We do a lot of their digital content and things like that. And we're on their HGTV YouTube channel. And there we made resin geode bookends.
Yes.
Which was really fun. We got one of those resin mold. I'm sorry, those geode molds. It kind of 4-pack. Yes. And then did we use alcohol ink?
Yeah, we used alcohol ink and maybe glitter or I don't know.
Yeah. We did like a whole layering effect. And then we made like a bookend and just kind of fit the geode like in the bookend there. It looked really good.
Yeah. I will say though,
awesome.
I'm sure you all feel the same way. Like I'm sure like we have like a list of things we want to do, not things that we want to do for like digital purposes, but just things we want to do ourselves. And resin is always on the top of that list. And it always like, it just kind of gets knocked down for just having to do work type things. But I love resin. I think it's just so interesting. And like the outcome is always like, so great. So it's always something we want to do. And when we have the time, we're going to do the resin.
I know.
And that's so relatable, by the way, is like having a list of things that you just want to do, not even for the content. You just want to craft this. And oh my gosh, there's so many different things that I'm sure everyone watching has like a list of that. But it's like, you got to find the time.
I've seen Kelly's list and it makes me like, great idea. And I'm like, when are we going to do this?
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I love it.
Speaking of a problem, we have another question. How do you deal with social media trolls or haters? When you get big enough, does it make it easier to let it roll off your back?
Good question.
Yeah.
No. We take it very personally. It depends on like where we're at, in life, Sometimes we take it very personally and sometimes we let it roll off our back, but we do not engage. We do not engage with these people because you got an issue, honey. Yeah. If you're writing me about paper in this video, you got issues, But so we just try not to engage, or if we decide to engage, we'll usually kill them with kindness, kind of make a passive kind comment and then just
passive aggressive kindness.
Yes, exactly. Should we coin that phrase? I like that.
I think you should.
But I think no matter what, words do hurt, and it's like it does depend on the day, and I don't think it matters how big you are because that really doesn't change who you are as a person. And sometimes it hurts, and sometimes I can just be like, screw it, who cares? But
yeah, it's tricky. It's a weird thing to navigate.
Yeah, and Amy, she just said, love it. The Maker Meetup quote of season 3 is, honey, you got issues. I guess we're changing our bio to that.
Yes, I love that. Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
One of our viewers, her name is TK. She asked, how do you incorporate new trends and styles of content creation without losing your sense of your own unique personal brand? That's a good question.
That is a really good question. I think that's really the question that is always on our minds, because it's like you want to be relevant, you want to be doing things that feel fresh, you don't want to be taking other people's content even though you've seen it and it suddenly becomes repetitive. So that's kind of really the whole game. Not that it's a game, but it's always like, how are we going to keep on going? We always think of Cher. Because Cher is just like the iconic, she's gone through every decade and she has reinvented herself.
Yes.
That's why I passed the torch to you and you
I was gonna do.
You're like, Anne, it's your turn.
Oh yeah, you're Cher.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, it's hard, But I think a lot of times we try to go back to purpose, something that makes sense for us that we need.
Or something we would want in our actual space is always a great place to start.
Yes, and then a lot of times too, now we're doing like sponsored content and gigs for other people and other brands. So we're trying to kind of, give them what they want on the same time with, being creative, still letting our creativity flow,
But I think it's always the creators who you can tell their stuff where I'm always like, that is so impressive, or even if they've changed their style, like I know it's them, like that is so impressive. So it's really tricky to figure that out.
Yeah, definitely. And with going, you're working with different brands and everything like that. So HGTV, Michaels, Cricket, everything like this. How do you land these type of partnerships?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the scoop. The scoop. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
Give us all the secrets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of it is just being at the right place at the right time, to be honest. It's, people kind of, some people will join us and start following us and be like, well, how did you do it? I want to do it too. And it's like, well, we've been doing it for 10 years. And for 5 of those years, it was just us doing us, and I think, there are platforms out there.
Yes, they have like influencer marketing programs that you can sign up for, and it kind of like registers your numbers, your engagement, and they'll kind of pair you up like where you can almost apply to certain brands.
I think that's such a great place, and then find brands that you really like, and then if you're able to do something for them, then really try to keep on doing content for them. I think what we love is when we find a brand that we can really just work with them consistently. I think for people who have something in mind, we always say, well, stalk them in a nice way.
Stalk them. That's actually how we first got into our like television debut, was on the Chew, and it was basically by liking Clinton Kelly's tweets. We had happened to be at the show. Yeah, so random. We had happened to be at the show watching it taping because we live in, so we go to all the shows and so we were at the show, we liked it, we knew he was doing Clinton's Craft Corner, we started engaging with him on Twitter, and then literally the following year we got an email randomly like, hey, Clinton Kelly said he knows the Crafty Lumberjacks, would you want to come on? And we were like, what? Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we talked about that a lot too. Like if you want to build a partnership, like the posts, comment on their posts for the company, so they eventually see you. They see you.
Get on their radar. Yes.
Yeah, be their biggest fan. Let them see you, and after a while, the relationship builds.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you feel really strongly about a brand that you're like, I want to do this, like be very specific if you reach out to them. Like, I want to do this project. I think it would do great. Like, explain it, because I think what people don't have time for is to like see if like you would be a good fit or not. It's like if you come to the table with like what you have in mind, I think that will get you pretty far.
Yeah, because we're also stretched thin now. We're doing 1,800 things a day. Yep. So again, when you could be specific with these brands, reach out to them and say, I want this, and this is what I want, and this is what you're going to get. I think that is the great way to go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So speaking of partnerships, we have a question for you guys from Studio Sweet Tea. She says, have you ever had a partnership offer you didn't feel comfortable taking, and how did you handle it?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, like in the beginning of our journey, we were saying yes to everything. We were like, yes. Oh my God, you're going to give us $50 and free product? Right. Yes. Right. Yes, of course. Yes. But now I think we're able to be a little more exclusive. But what were you going to say?
No, I was going to kind of say just that. I think when you're starting out, if free product is great, if that's okay with you, say yes. But it's not worth to work for a company that you feel like you're being shortchanged with.
Yeah.
Because they really want as much as they can get. Every company, of course, wants as much as they can get. But if you're feeling like you're going to put in 10 hours of work for one project and not get a cent, or if they're not going to tag you or anything like that, I think just being kind and saying, hey, I would love to do this, but I can't do this for this price.
Yeah.
Or I really need compensation for this because it's going to take me about 10 hours to do, and I put in really great work. Like, sell yourself.
Yes, and I was going to say, we're also very much about being transparent, being honest.
Yeah.
Say, hey, unfortunately, I can't do this right now, but I'd love to work with you in the future. My schedule's booked, whatever. Just be honest. I think you would rather have that go around this crazy back and forth. Just be honest. Say, it's not going to work out,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Why not?
So, I'm sorry, and I'm going to kind of take this, and I know we already were touching on like the TV shows and everything like that. We have some pictures of you guys on the Chew, and I would just love to show our audience because I think they're so cute.
Oh.
So, Matthew McConaughey,
Roll it, Matt.
please.
I was like, who?
Alcohol ink. It's one of our favorite crafts to do when we need to take a break.
Being LGBTQAI+ can sometimes feel really isolating, stressful, and lonely, and it's really important to have a craft or something to do where you can really just take a break from it all.
That's why we like alcohol ink. It's a mindless activity, it's very therapeutic, and it always has a great outcome.
But honestly, this craft is not about the destination, it's all about the journey. Happy Pride!
Okay, so that was amazing. It wasn't the pictures, but Matt said the pictures actually didn't upload. So y'all are just gonna have to go to the Crafty Lumberjacks actual Instagram feed and look those up because they're awesome.
Yes, but that was a freaking cool video, right? I mean, I know a lot of us are familiar with alcohol inks because you can also put them in resin. So that is really, actually, I'm going to talk about myself here for a second. Fun fact, I started with resin by doing alcohol inks just like that on Yupo paper, putting it on a wooden board, and then I was like, what do I put over this to like seal it? And that's how I found resin. So
Is that how you say it? Yupo? How do you say that?
I don't know.
Yupo?
Oh, well,
I mispronounce everything. Like everything. I have a different word in my head and it just sticks with that. That's it.
So do I.
oopsies.
Yeah. And guys, so for all of our audience, if you guys are not already following these lovely gentlemen, you guys need to follow them. They have such inspirational projects, obviously, and we have always so much to learn from them. And now they are our besties, so we need to support them too. So if you're not following them on Instagram, make sure you do. And also they're on TikTok. Where else are you guys on? Are you guys on YouTube as well?
We are on YouTube. We don't do good about uploading and all of that.
We can plus support. So we'll look you up there too. So on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Do you guys have a Facebook?
Yes, we have a Facebook. Yeah. Not at all. Pinterest, you got to be everywhere.
Yeah, y'all, that's your homework after class, okay? We all go and follow them on all their social platforms.
Yes, definitely. And then also with that video, if you guys were paying attention, everyone watching, something that I think is so cool about your content is the way you're able to do your voiceovers. And when you do your voiceovers, you're actually telling a story. So you're not saying, okay, I'm now going to take this and drop it 3 times and then use this to squirt on top. You're actually telling a story, but it totally makes sense. Was that something that you guys kind of always were doing because that's just how you started? Or did you have to kind of like learn that technique?
Oh my God!
I don't know. It's nothing that we've done has ever been kind of thought out because Andrew's a Libra, so it's no, just kidding. But it's so I think it depends on the project really, where we kind of like will either kind of go tell a story or about the why we're making this or what we're doing this for, or sometimes we'll go into telling the steps. Hey, this is the part where you do this.
But it's never a science. I was laughing really because 10 minutes before we got on here, we were trying to do a voiceover and Den's like, let's just get it done. And of course we got through one sentence and like, it was just like a screeching halt.
Andrew's a Libra.
Yeah.
They say.
I can't make a decision saved my life is really the issue. But we do feel that telling a story, since you are seeing it, and a lot of crafts that we're showing, you can kind of see it. It's like we don't really need to say cut paper if we're seeing cutting paper. So we try to think like what's a layer we can add on to that. And Dennis is really great about thinking about that. He said, wait, we're just literally narrating.
Aw, this guy.
Oh, so cute. I love it. But yeah, and I feel like when you guys tell the story, even if I've seen that project before, I haven't heard your story before. So I'm gonna wait till the end of your video because I want to hear the end of the story. I want to hear about the type of beer that you like or what like your cat's doing or whatever, even though like, you know, I've maybe already seen this craft. I love it. It gives you another layer.
Yeah, I'm kind of saying the thing about like, we've all seen all the crafts, you know, people want to see the person behind the, you know, the content, you know, I think that's important. They want to know your point of view specifically.
Yeah.
And I guess sometimes that helps.
I know, random stories really do catch you. Like I'm thinking about those bananas, those
yes,
bananas,
your bananas.
Like, you know.
I love it. I love it. You got to have different stages. Otherwise, you're not going to have a banana ready. Like, I don't know what to tell them.
You need a banana at the ready at all times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then we have a question here from Kate. Do you map things out beforehand or do you just wing it?
Oh, well, it's a bit of both. You know, Dennis is such a planner and I am not. So it's always this kind of like give and take of what we're doing. I think nowadays there is so much expected with content that you kind of do have to map things out. We are trying to think of like thinking ahead, but sometimes our best projects just come from like Dennis being like, why aren't you filming this? Just like take a shot of this quickly. Like it's literally
we're doing this. Yes, film this, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
I think you guys just answered Studio Sweet Tea's question too. She's saying, do you storyboard out your videos before you do a voiceover or is it like more spontaneous? So I do
we'll usually like have like a thought of like what the video will be. Like, oh, this is going to be about our cat, you know, like making a cat toy for our cat.
Yeah.
You know, and then kind of we'll actually, if we're editing the video, we'll edit it first, you know, whatever, 20 seconds, and then it's like, okay, record the voiceover. You know,
Yeah.
Did that answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And I think I saw this a couple times and I thought of it too. Do you ever, and I don't know, do you sell your crafts at all or do you keep them? Because there's stuff you just make that you need.
We don't sell our crafts. You know, we try to hang on to some of them. Some of them end up in our lobby. Our lobby is kind of like a free for all. Like, oh, I'll leave this chair here I don't like anymore. Like, you know. But I don't think our neighbors. I mean, not that we're anybody, but I don't think they know what we do. So I don't.
Yeah, we tried doing like a whole Etsy and all of that, but it was just too much. It was too much. People don't realize the amount of time, effort, and energy it takes to sell your own makes. You know, it's a lot of work.
But selling product is like on our list of like, oh, it'd be so great if we could do this, you know. But like, it is such a beast. And when people talk about, oh, the price is too high, it's like, well, you have no idea what goes into it. It's hours of work.
I'm just seeing this question about someone asking what my sign is.
Oh.
I'm a Taurus. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm May 13th.
May 18th. Birthday neighbors.
Guys, Andrew, one of his lines when we're fighting is, it's hard to tame a bull.
Oh my god.
It's so funny. It's so funny. I'm like, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I love that.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. These comments are cracking me up.
Yeah, y'all are amazing tonight. I mean, our guests and all of our audience. Your questions.
I know. I wish I could keep up. I'm kind of seeing, but
I can't read and talk.
Here's one. This one says, it's the mocha resin. How do you navigate the crazy waters of Instagram and the ever-changing algorithm?
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
You're like,
exhausted.
Exhausted is the perfect word for it. Instagram has been such a love-hate relationship. We love Instagram for so many reasons. We have had people who've been following us for 10 years and they feel like family. And then randomly will be like, oh my God, we haven't seen like Claire Fraser in in years. Like, where did she go? You know, it's such a sad thing. And I think there's been such this emphasis on like the algorithm where I don't know, sometimes I'm like, I think we've lost our way with it. And I think every creator is kind of trying to figure out how to navigate best. Before it was like, oh, you know, you really want to make your feed look perfect and like color coordinated. And now it's like, well, you really just need to have videos because pictures aren't going to do well.
Right.
You know, like,
it's difficult. Lately, we've been down this hole where we're just kind of like, the app, they just want you on the app.
yeah.
You know, it benefits Instagram, it benefits TikTok, the more you're on it, you know, so we try to kind of like, as it's shifting, as it's evolving, we try to kind of just put it in perspective, be like, this is so nice, we have this in our community and our engagement, but otherwise we kind of let it roll off with a grain of salt kind of thing, where we're just like, they just want us to be on it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's hard, but we have seen a drop in engagement, you know, over the years and kind of as things are shifting and changing. But at the same time, I'm like, what can we do, you know?
Yeah.
So you gotta just keep pushing forward. When people ask us all the time, like, you know, what do you do? What can I do to beat the algorithm? What can I do? And I'm like, my honest answer to them is there's absolutely nothing you can do except keep creating, keep pushing, and keep posting, because the algorithm does this. You can't control it. It's eventually going to balance out again. So you just got to keep pushing forward. It's all you can do.
Yes. And I was gonna say, we said it before, like, it's so hard not to like compare yourself with other people and other creators, especially with the pandemic. So many new creators came, which is like so great. But sometimes it's like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? Why? Oh my gosh, you know, but it's so important to just remember you really can't compare yourself, and someone's journey is different from yours. It might take you longer to get to a point, but it's okay. Just really don't compare yourself to other people. I'm actually saying that to myself because
and
I think we all need to say that to ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always a reminder. Yeah, and I think you just have to make sure that it's something that you want to be doing. You know, like, only do it if it brings you joy. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. There are other ways. TikTok, I think a lot of creators have really grown on TikTok. You know, so I think it's like you just have to enjoy doing it. I mean, I do think YouTube is the way to go. And I think YouTube will be around for a while.
Yes, it was something actually I thought of this earlier. It was back in 2012, we filmed a YouTube video, our first YouTube video, and then we watched it and we were like,
No.
YouTube is
We can't.
It's a hard platform. It takes a lot of work. It's not like a 1 minute video. It's not something silly.
And it's
a platform.
It's something we're always like, you know what, we really need to be tackling YouTube, but it really it's so hard to be a part of everything. And we talk about this all the time. We're like, we probably should really just choose 2 like platforms we're gonna like strive in or thrive in, excuse me.
Right.
But it's, you know, it's always this FOMO, like, oh, well, if I'm not on Pinterest, like, oh gosh, or if I'm not on this, oh my gosh, you know, so it's really hard.
That's why huge companies and stuff have an entire marketing team, an entire social media team, an entire team that builds the content, edits, does the captions, works on every platform differently. And it's like, as artists like us, when it's just us, it's so much to do everything.
And so much is expected of us. So much is expected of us now. We're expected to be creators and directors and editors now, and get the content out daily. You know, it is a lot. And we talk all the time. We're like, well, what is going to make us happy? You know, like doing this, like, does it make us happy? And some days it's like, we always feel very lucky, but some days we're like, I'm exhausted. I can't think about this. You know? Yeah. So if you feel the struggle, like, know that no matter where you are in your journey, like, everyone's feeling that. No matter like if people seem like they're not, everyone is, I think, at this point.
And I love that, because that is real. That's transparent. That's everyone is feeling that right now. I'm sure everyone watching has felt that or is feeling that currently. I know all of us girls on here have.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
And we vent to each other all the time. Like, we have to, you know, you want to keep things on the more positive side on your account, but sometimes it's hard. So it's good to have that maker community that can understand and relate with you.
Yeah.
But that's why I love that you're all doing this, because the more you know, the more you grow. And, you know, we're all in this together. And this is how we learn. This is how we get information. Hey, well, how did you do this? You know, that's the only way, by being transparent, talking to each other, and, you know, just figuring it out.
Yeah, and making friends like while we do it. This is like awesome. I mean, I've watched you guys and I looked up to you. I was so excited for you to be on here. I think Annie has a question that just rolled in.
I do. Guys, so I think this is something we love talking about here on the Maker Meetup. What is your biggest fail and what did you learn from it? Like biggest fail, like the most disastrous art piece or craft you tried to do and it went horribly wrong.
My entire life. No,
Your life, it has all been a fail.
I don't
know.
I'm trying to think if there's like a big fail.
Yes.
Did you ever like goof up on TV or have like any bloopers or anything? That
Oh yeah, we kind of like forget about them at this point. But yeah, I remember what it was. I like blanked. We did Home and Family. Is that the one?
Yeah, it was like a Hallmark Home and Family. Yeah,
and it was a virtual like digital thing, and I just like had a brain fart. And I literally to the host, he's very handsome. I forget his name right now.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, but I was like, dude,
you're dreamy.
Yes, yeah, no.
sorry.
I totally forgot what I was talking about, and he's like, "Oh, it's okay, I got you," or whatever. It was so uncomfortable and so awkward.
But
I
remember.
I'm trying to think of like a huge fail. We will start projects and be like, "This is what we're doing." We will film things, and then like halfway through, we're like, "This isn't working," and we're just like stopping it. So even though I can't think of one specifically, I feel like, you know, it's an up and down thing. It's like some days we do great and some days we don't.
Yes, I think that's where our theater background helps us, where it's like you just have to get through it. You got to get through it. And that's like a lot of the craft projects that we make. It's like we will have a hiccup or something will stop us. And then we're like, you got to figure this out. How is this going to happen? What is this? Okay, this wire isn't working. Let's do, you know, I don't know, hot glue instead. Or so, you know what I mean? Like you just kind of have to get through it. You gotta finish it.
And I think for those fails, like we try to turn them into like teachable moments for the project. You know, sometimes it's more informative to figure out how you failed than to how you succeeded for people watching.
Yeah, that's completely true.
Yeah, it makes them feel like, you know, you're normal, that you're one of us, that like just for anybody. So especially like when people look at bigger creators, it's like, you know, they look and they're like, oh my God. But it's like, no, we're all the same. We mess up all the time. We all the time. We had a whole episode about it, you know, like craft's gone wrong or project's gone wrong, but like what you learn and how you use that to push forward. So that's amazing.
Yes.
And then I saw, just real quick, sorry, one more question. So Artsy Corner by Sarah said, do you have unfinished projects or do you only start new projects when you're finished with an earlier one?
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, you know, it's so hard because a lot of creativity now, it's like deadlines. We have to get these things done for these brands. So we don't really have a choice to kind of do that, you know, and a lot of our time now has been spent working for the man. You know, damn the man, you know, so, but so I think you know, unfortunately we don't get to, and I'm very much a workaholic. Like I like to work, you know, so, you know, we don't really have a lot of those side projects or that we're doing on our own now because it's more just to get, you know, cash, to make money, to work for this brand. What do they want? What are they asking? So unfortunately, a lot of the times that we're creating, it's for someone else, you know, it's not really for us.
I would also say like our space doesn't really lend for us to start a project and leave it. Unfortunately, we're like in a small 1-bedroom. So we pull out a project. It's like sometimes we always we're spending more time setting up than we are actually doing the project. So it's like when it's out there, we just try to finish it as quickly as we can.
But I think the holidays too are where we go all out for ourselves, mostly Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah, we're actually decorated like half for Christmas right now because we're doing this project for December. So it's, I don't know. It's the weird thing.
Crazy.
I love it. You guys are seriously so stinking amazing. All of these questions that you answered were awesome. Thank you everyone, by the way, who's watching and asking these questions. They're so good. If you have more questions, because we are running out of time, but if you do have more questions, I'm sure the Crafty Lumberjacks will have like question boxes and stuff in their stories sometimes.
Yeah.
So make sure to follow them, keep engaged, and maybe you can answer more questions along the way for them.
Yes, that's one thing we love about social media is just engaging with everybody, getting to know people. So we're always around.
Awesome.
Love
And
it.
I know everyone that's watching who's been on other episodes, you probably know that we have a giveaway every single episode for all of you guys who are commenting and asking some amazing questions. So this week, we are giving away a $100 Moss gift card and a Moss Foxy's apron. So we have a winner, Miss Ani.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
take it away? We'll do a
Yes,
little
I
drum roll.
You guys, all your questions were amazing. Again, like Kelly said, we are so grateful for you guys for joining every weekend. Your questions were all so good. Such good questions. But today's winner is Mocha Resin. Woo!
Woo!
So make sure you send us a DM. Miranda. I heard, did I see that correctly? Is it your birthday?
Birthday?
Is it your birthday today?
Miranda, happy birthday.
Happy birthday! So Miranda, we'll go ahead and message you and DM you, and we'll get that stuff over to you. And we're super excited about it.
Yeah, and before we go, I also want to give everyone watching a little challenge. So y'all know we love a good challenge. And I think this one is really good with the Crafty Lumberjacks, and I think you guys would agree. So with this all in mind, everything that we spoke about today, for this week's challenge, we would like you to create a fun, upbeat storytelling process video. So use your voiceover to tell a story rather than explaining each part of the process. So let your followers see and hear your personality. So that is the challenge. And if you need examples, we actually do have one other video queued up that we can put up, but make sure to follow the Crafty Lumberjacks on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, because they put tons of examples on there.
Yep.
Yes. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Have those things in your home that you love, but you just don't know what to do with it?
That is our bear bottle opener. We've had it for so long and it's just been sitting in a drawer.
Yes, so we finally put it to good use. We created this wall-mounted beer bottle opener because we've been really into hazy IPAs this summer.
Okay, the only problem with this project is it's only the two of us living together, so the only people who are going to bring each other beer are each other.
Or the cat.
Okay.
I can't.
So good.
It's
Hazy
so
IPA.
good.
I love it.
There you go. That's incredible. Such a great way to engage your audience.
Yes. And the thing is, after watching that, you didn't even explain what you were doing, but
No.
I knew exactly step by step, and I could go to Michael's or wherever and do that.
Yes.
I love it.
Honestly, I need to know where that's hung.
I know. Where is that?
The trash? No.
Oh, no. Is that one of the projects that didn't make it?
No, it made it. We haven't got it up though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not up yet, but you know.
Yeah, but we still have it.
Got it. Good. Now that one was too cute to toss. That was a good one.
You know what? Just put it in the lobby on the wall.
Yes.
And
You
everyone
just like hang it there yourself.
Yes, exactly. People can crack
love
their beer on their way in.
There
Yes.
you go.
And
Amazing.
then also, one more special thing that I want to tell everyone about is the promo code. So we have a 20% off coupon code with free shipping for Moss Epoxies, and this is Lumberjacks. So I don't know if we can put that up on the little screen, but Lumberjacks is the special coupon code. It is valid till next Tuesday, which is August 10th. And remember, everyone watching, use your affiliate links because you will get some credit for that. And it is a really good coupon.
And
So
it's a code that gets you 20% off plus free shipping on the Moss Epoxies website. Just to let you know. And you can push that to your audience so that they can swipe up, use that code, and then you get your information.
exactly. And we can't put it up right now, but after the show on our Instagram, we'll make sure to put that coupon code on the Maker Meetup so everyone knows what that is. And seriously, Andrew, Dennis, y'all were absolutely incredible. It was so fun talking to you guys today.
This was so fun.
I feel like we're besties now.
Avi.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like we always joke around about doing a Maker Meetup like tour and stopping by all different artists we've met and like within like the community and stuff. Y'all are added onto that tour now. We're gonna stop by New York and stop by the Lumberjacks.
Yes, yes.
Come on over.
We're down for it always.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I know you guys have a busy schedule, so you guys taking the time out to talk to all of us and sharing some really, really cool advice with all of us means so much. So thank you. And thank you for everyone watching too.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was so great. I feel like anytime we get to talk to makers, it just, fuels our excitement for what we do. So thank you so much.
I love that.
Of course. And by the way, Matt just said he might have another video. So we might have to stall until he brings this up.
I think he's ready.
Hi, I'm going to show you a day in the life of Miranda and her best friend Moss. First, we start off our day at the salon. Let's go. Oh, thank you, Moss. That is so kind. I think I should be on the next bottle of tabletop too. I love working with you. Oh, we're late for our exercise class. Let's go. Moss, we've been getting so much attention lately. We've got to go to our exercise class, but we've got to go incognito.
Oh, we did it!
Moss, we've got to get to our photo shoot.
Mom, wake up, we're late for practice.
Oh, did I fall asleep? Oh man, girl can dream, I guess. Back to work.
I'm dying.
Oh my God, that needs to be resurfaced on social media. Stat. That is
that does. That needs to
incredible.
definitely.
So that's our
awesome.
giveaway winner tonight and the birthday girl.
Happy
So,
birthday! Happy birthday, Bo!
That was so good. There was
good.
a story, there was budget, there was costume, there were extras. It was so good.
It was
so good.
Something shocked me. I didn't even think it was a dream. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Amazing.
It was drama. Oh,
That was
that was the perfect way to end the show. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you the Crafty Lumberjacks for coming on with us today. This was amazing.
Yes, thank you guys so much. It was so fun.
Thank you.
All right, guys.